we'll do is we'll look at some of the machines around the gym, those that are beneficial to use and those that probably you really want to be steering clear of. And I'll try and give some quick, brief descriptions as to why you should be using them and why you shouldn't be. Okay, first we've got 4 machines together, which saves me doing too much walking. 4 of the most useless machines that you could probably use in the gym. We've got the seated abductor and seated adductor machines next to each other for working inner and outer thigh. Tend to be ladies' machines because I think they think that they're going to shape their bum, shape their legs by using these 2 machines. Bit of a waste of time really, A, because you're seated, so when we really use those muscles again in a seated position, but combine those 2 machines with the leg extension over there and the leg curl to work the hamstrings and the quads. Again, 2 isolation machines, real bodybuilding machines, for bodybuilders only, or pretty much for rehab use. I would only use these machines if you're looking to come back from an injury and need to strengthen for some strange reason, just the quads or just the hamstrings. But you could quite easily scrap this machine, the extension, the leg curl, the adductor and the abductor machine, and just do a set of squats, walking lunges, side lunges, and you'll work all those muscles plus more, and in a more functional movement. So there you go, get rid of the adductor, abductor, adductor, leg extension and the leg curl machines, and stick to lunges and squats along with others. Another machine, the leg press. This one's a seated leg press as opposed to a lying leg press, but again, a pretty waste of time exercise really for the gym. Again, you're sitting down and attempting to work your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings and your calves, but again, why not just get up, stand up, more functional, squats, lunges, weighted step-ups, much more functional, much more beneficial, you're going to get results quicker. So another machine to leave alone, the leg press. Seated row machine, again, you're going to work in a fixed position, so you're only going to train the muscles in one plane of movement, ideally for biceps, shoulders and back. Probably wouldn't bother again with that machine. Stick to some reverse flies, some cable rows, some bent over barbell rows or dumbbells. Lots more functional exercises to use. Another machine that's not worth using, the Smith machine. A lot of people use it for benching and squats, but because it moves in a fixed line of movement, again you're not working supportive muscles. So best to use the free bar to do those exercises, the bench and the squats. The only thing it's pretty much used for is for hanging my TRX machine on and doing bodyweight exercises from there. Otherwise, don't bother. Next up, the Petback, another good bodybuilding machine, but for functional daily use, not really worth it. Again, it moves in a fixed range, so again, you're going to work the muscles in the same plane of movement every time you work. And it also puts quite a bit of stress on the shoulder joint. Possibly try a dumbbell or a cable fly, or just stick to pushing movements, press-ups, elevated press-ups, things like that. So, yep, Petback, pretty much one that's not really worth bothering to put into your workout. Alongside that, I've got the seated chest press machine, and again, like all of these other machines, they move in a strict single plane of movement, which is not very functional. It's not going to work many muscles, and again, yeah, pretty worth using press-ups. Chest press, dumbbell chest press on the ball, bench pressing, cable pressing, a lot more functional exercises than the seated chest press machine. Next up, seated shoulder press. Again, a machine that's probably worth steering clear of. Again, when you're pressing those arms above the head, it's going to move in a fixed range of movement. When really in everyday life do you push something above your head and it's going to move in a fixed movement? A good example is if you get a heavy box down from the top shelf, it's not going to move up and down in a straight line, it's going to move side to side. So ideally you should really be doing shoulder press movements, overhead movements, with a barbell, with a kettlebell, with dumbbells, where you're going to use assisting muscles at the same time, using your core and everything else to work alongside it, and not just in a fixed plane of movement. So seated shoulder press, steer clear up. Okay, first machine that's probably worth using, a high and a low cable pulley. This one you can't actually adjust, so it does limit some of the work that you can do, but pretty good for cable rows, pull down work, got the tricep bar on. And again, it's not going to move in a fixed range of motion like some of the other machines that we have looked at that you should steer clear of. Okay, we've got the assisted pull-up and dip machine. Not bad, again good strength building exercises, pull-ups and dips. Probably worth using this machine if you can't perform body weight dips and pull-ups or chin-ups, but use it to progress, keep progressing until you can do body weight ones, and then you'll certainly find results quicker. Okay, we've got the cable crossover machine. Basically has adjustable high and low pulley system on it, so you can set the levels for various exercises, for pulling, for pushing, rotation. Try not just to stick with tricep pull downs, cable crossovers, try rotational work, lunges with a rotation, rotating pulls, rotating pushes. Try and get every plane of motion working and utilise the different heights that this machine can give.